Hello, Sweaty Cup, Ricky and Isan here. I'm on a bicycle ride out near Bantar Kampe. Probably not pronouncing it right. Very, very dry, as it is dry season. And as you may have seen, we've got some buffalo and a cow. There's a cow there as well. 2 cows, another one over on the left. Out here, just on the side of the road, just on my afternoon bike ride. There's supposed to be some rain coming through. There is a storm warning for Isan for the next 4 or so days, so hopefully we get some rain because it's stinking hot, mate. Got a little topic to discuss. I got a cool little spot up ahead where the landscape just transforms to this luscious green space. So we'll say goodbye to the buffalo. Really cool veggie garden here. And continue my bike ride just a little further up for a few more villages. So living on the outskirts of the city, I can ride the other way to the city, or I can ride this way from my Muban, and I can ride through endless villages as far as the eye can. I could ride to Korat City just through village after village if I wanted to. Although that would be a long ride. How's this cool little spot? So I found this spot just cycling around, and it gets more and more dense of trees and green and luscious. They've obviously got a water source nearby. I think I can hear a pump. Sounds like there's a pump over there, so I reckon there's a water source. And they're growing rice, what's considered out of season. So it looks like they're growing another round of rice, which looks like it's doing quite well. That's how I feel my life is. I feel like that's a good representation of my life right now. But yeah, I often get told that there's a dog there. He's alive, he's breathing. I won't annoy him. I was a bit worried and he wasn't. But this is how people, I guess online, tend to view my life. I can't remember what video I was on about, but I think I was just saying how I feel the move to Thailand was, alright. And I don't know, a long-term, I guess, viewer, long-term supporter, seem to have turned heel. So they seem to have turned anti-Ricky, which is fine. You're allowed to disagree with me. You're allowed to be a prick in the comments. I just draw the line when it gets to harassment level, and I've dealt with some harassment previously. Anyway, they said, and it's a fair comment. It wasn't even a prick comment. It was just, it appears you're surviving, you're not thriving. And you're probably right. I mean, but it depends what we categorize. Like, is it just about in life? Are you only thriving if you're making good money? Is it only financials? Or is it your life overall we're talking about? Because I think as a father, I'm thriving. Health-wise, I'm thriving. My mental health, it's had some issues. Had some PTSD, which, I mean, what can you do? But I feel like it's better than it was when I used to work in Australia. So let's discuss it briefly. So if we look at it financially, I mean, yeah, you'd put me in a surviving category, maybe not even surviving at times, but we make it work. I think long term though, here in Thailand, for my family, with my wife, my 2 lovely daughters, and whatever else happens with our family going forward, we've got a better potential to thrive. Not to say you can't thrive in Australia, but when I was in Australia, I wasn't thriving. And I had a pretty good job. And if I was still there now, I definitely wouldn't be thriving. But business or career-wise, I feel there's more potential here. In Isan, we're not just talking about Thailand, we're talking about Isan, mate. Like, imagine I was in Bangkok. Could go get an office job or something. But we're in Isan, I feel like we've got a good potential to thrive. I mean, what's the startup costs to start a business in Thailand versus Australia? It's pretty minimal. Australia, you're probably going to lose your house. You're going to lose everything, aren't you? If you don't succeed. Here, I could try 8 different businesses, and if they all fail, it hasn't been a huge impact financially. And when it comes to home ownership, in before someone tells me you can't own a home, we're well aware of that. Home ownership, I mean, you can get a pretty modest home here for the price of a car versus being locked out of the housing market altogether in Australia. And I've had a home before in Thailand. Obviously life happens and that's not my house. I don't live there anymore. I hope my twins own it, but I don't really know. even just be renting and paying childcare in Australia right now, we ain't gonna thrive. I don't even think we could survive on that, to be honest. We wouldn't be able to pay the rent. I have to move in with Nana or my dad or my brother, and I don't want to do that. We need our space. What about as a father? Am I thriving or surviving? I think I'm thriving. I think I'm doing better than most fathers, to be honest with you, because I don't have a choice. Every now and then someone will reach out to me and, you know, I might meet them, I might get to know them, whatever it is, and, you know, they'll talk to me like they're the best father in the world, and then when you get to know them, and it's still 80% their wife or their mother doing everything, and the dad just gives them a pat on the head and good job, son, good job, daughter. Like, I'm playing a large percentage of the mother role as well as the fathering role altogether. Rungtiwa's playing a part of that mothering role as well. Their aunt and grandma's playing that mothering role. But I have no choice but to step my game up and play the role as the mother as well. And I'm doing more than the average father in regards to, I guess, our lifestyle and what we're doing here. I've got more time with my children compared to the average father. Like, if I was in Australia and I'm working, and I've said this many times, I'm working 6 12-hour days a week, how much time do I have with my children? What emotional connection do I have? What relationship do I have versus what I have here? So I think, and I'm not always correct, feel free to tell me if I'm wrong, I feel like we're thriving. As a provider, what about as a provider? I mean, what can't I provide for my children? It's probably the same. I don't want to spoil them, I don't want to go nuts. If I had millions, if I had 20 million in the bank, I'm not going to buy them everything they want. You got to build a bit of character in that sense, I think, in regards to, I don't know, you just don't want to be a spoilt kid, do they? You want them to understand the meaning of a dollar or understand the meaning of 20 baht. And I feel like, as a provider, I'm providing everything that's expected, and I don't see, and feel free to let me know how I should be providing better, but like, in 2 out of the 3, I consider myself thriving. Just financials were not thriving. That's a fair point, it's a fair argument, but we wouldn't be thriving in Australia either. We're probably more comfortable. There's less pressure. There's still a little bit of a sense of, you know, you got to pay the rent, we got to pay this and that, but with bills being significantly less here, cost of living being significantly less here, and just the general expenses, we can manage. But yeah, we're not thriving. I'm happy to put my hand up and say I'm not thriving. I'm not rich. I don't care. You consider me a poor Farang? I don't care. I'm not here to show off and, you know, tell you I'm into Huru Gurus and tell you I'm some famous musician who can come drop 40,000 baht at your wedding that you invite me to. I don't care. And someone telling me that sort of person doesn't impress me, to be honest. My 4 years here in Thailand, the people I connect best with, there's people who've got no money, looking after some buffaloes on the side of a road somewhere. They're the nicest people. They're the people I love to chat with and say hello to over, you know, other people would probably be sucking up to doctors and influencers and someone who's doing quite well for yourself. But that doesn't impress me. Just who you are as a person, the kindness you have, how you'd be viewed by, you know, a larger matter, like a god. That's what impresses me the most in life, not your status, how big your house is, what type of car you drive. Hence probably why I'm so happy just, you know, being out here in this sort of surrounding, this sort of lifestyle, eh? Isan's for me, mate. I feel like I'm thriving as a father. I feel like we're thriving in life, but things could be better, obviously, but hey, we've got the potential to work on that. Anyway, I got this little rural house over here, and this woman keeps looking at me. I guess she's the only house around. She's probably a bit concerned what this guy is walking around with a camera. I'm gonna go see if I can find this water source and have a bit of a look around. So this is what I was talking about. Very luscious, very green. It's amazing how the terrain changes. Old mate here is burning the side of the road. Not sure what for, other than he wants a nice clean boundary on his property. Here's a bit of a water source here. What we got here, a nice veggie garden. It's a nice veggie garden. And a little shop over here. Swaddy Carp. Oh wow, a little shop here on the side of the road. Must be from their veggie garden. Nice lady too. Oh, what is this, a creek? Let me have a look where we are on Google Maps. So I had a look. I thought this could have been the River Chi, which is a very big river in Isan, and actually starts in Chayapum. But it looks like it's just a creek or a smaller river which will join onto the River Chi, which is near here. Nice little veggie garden farm over here. So they got the water source, and looks like they can grow bits and pieces. You see a lot of the other land and how barren and boring it is, eh? But out here, I mean, you got the water. I can hear the pump, so someone's definitely pumping, and they can grow. Like, how good's that? You see the little shop. It's quite a decent road too. Just opened a little store on the side of the road. They should wouldn't own the land, but that's what you do. You just open up a little shop. As long as you're not annoying anyone, no one really cares. You might get told to move on. A few cows grazing. I won't get too close. I can hear another pump too up that way. Huge collection of banana trees over there. Beautiful, mate. Oh, the little puppy who was with, two little puppies, one there. Hello. So the yai, the grandma, it's actually polite to call them a yai. Like, if Rungtiwa speaks to an older lady who she doesn't know, you know, she might say, Swadi yai. It's just a polite way of doing it. If they look about your age, I think you call them, I can't remember what the word for sister is, and if they're a bit older than you, it could be P, or maybe if they're younger it could be P. Please correct me in the comments if I'm completely wrong with that, but that's my understanding with it anyway. But yeah, I've said what I want to say on the topic. I'm loving this area, I'm loving this neighbourhood, I'm loving cycling around all the way out here. Old mate going past on his Sarling. I really wish we had the Sarling. I left it with the Thai family. I'm not sure, I haven't seen it there in a while. It might have broken, I might have just got rid of it. Thriving and surviving, do you think, it just comes down to your financials in life? Because, yeah, I'll put my hand up. We're surviving. You categorise us as paycheck to paycheck. And that's fine, we make it work. There's probably less stress in that sense anyway, but I think every other aspect in my life, my health, my fathering, my providing, we're thriving. I'm definitely thriving when it comes to time to eat. So right now I'm on about I feel like I'm on 20 or 21 hours into fasting. I fast 1 day a week for about 36-40 hours for the health benefits, and I feel good. And then when I do want to go eat, which I can't wait to eat tomorrow, I will go buy some food somewhere. How often could I go buy some food in Australia? You treat yourself maybe once a week, because it costs an arm and a leg to get some food here. It's, even if you're working as a Thai, it's still quite affordable, isn't it? And to be honest with you, I hate cooking. I hate it, mate. Rungtiwa loves it, and I'm like, do you really want to cook? Let's just go buy some food. But she's a pretty good cook. I am lucky, and she really carries the ball in that sense as a mother, because I can't cook for crap, to be honest with you. And yeah, she just sorts out the twins' food. I know what they want to eat. I say to Rungtiwa, what could we cook? She'll give me some options. Maybe we cook this for Lily and Daisy. But in the main part, mate, I don't intend on ever cooking in this new house we're in, because I just like going and buying something. Maybe I'll heat something up in the air fryer, but that's not cooking, is it? I just love going and eating something, eh? I love going and buying something. And that's where everyone thrives here in Thailand. Go to the local market, you're paying $1.50 for a meal that can feed 4 of you, mate. Chuck a bit of rice on the side as well, you're laughing. It's good for you too. The food here is better for you than what the typical person would eat in the West, and the stats are there. I'm happy to argue it, but look how many people make it to 100 here in Thailand, and look at Australia all the way down there, mate. What does that say about it, eh? Alrighty, everyone. Fun little vlog. I'm gonna go home and edit this, and yeah, it's Saturday. Should be out tomorrow, which is Sunday. Lots of kids around saying hello to me, which is amazing. That's where we're thriving. you feel good, you feel happy. People say hello to you. I don't have a great social life. I didn't have a great social life in Australia, working all the time. But at least people here want to say hello to me. You know, that lady before said hello to me. Alrighty guys, let's finish the week off strong. New week tomorrow. See you in the next one, guys. Bye now.